This tutorial will show you some helpful tips based on the hour-long Website 101 webinar. Feel free to watch the full webinar recording on our support site at support.1h.com. For any questions, please submit a support conversation on our support site, or if you're in Basecamp working on a new site, please post a new Basecamp message for your project team, and don't forget to watch any other helpful tutorials out on our support site at support.1h.com. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a helpful tip to kind of get you started in managing your website. Tip number 8 is where's my content? A lot of our customers create content and then have a hard time finding it if they haven't put it in a menu or linked it on a page or anywhere in particular. One way to get around that is to use your content management listing. It allows you to filter and sort your content in multiple ways so that you can always find the page or that content item that you need to find. It's also a good, quick place for you to be able to edit your content as well as publish and unpublish content quickly. Underneath the content management listing, you will also be able to see information or the items. If you are using a scheduler, you'll be able to see all of the items that are set to schedule. Now, really quickly, through the wonders of our technology, again, that content management list is always easy to find by clicking the word content up here in your admin menu when you are logged into the site. Everybody should have the word content up here, and when you click on it, it should take you to a page that's very similar to this one. From here, you're able to always see the items that were most recently updated at the very top of the list. These content management lists always filter so that way the content you're most recently cleaning or working on or creating or editing anything should appear at the very top. And then the older content will appear at the bottom. Now, if you have a lot of content on your site, you'll notice that you might have multiple pages of content. As you accrue content, you are always able to see the title of the content item as well as the type that content is listed in, the author of the content, as well as if something is published, not published, and the last time it was updated. As I mentioned, you always have the ability to edit that content over here by just clicking the edit option. If you are an admin, you will see the ability to delete. And then most everybody, if you are using your cloning feature, will also see the ability to clone content from here. Now, I personally like to either sort by title or type. So if I'm just looking really quickly for everything to be put into alphabetical order, I can sort by title. If I click on the word title, it will put everything A to Z, or of course I could go Z to A if I would like to. Similarly, I can also group like items by content type. But instead of sorting these items in content types, I'm actually going to tell you to use this type dropdown to filter out and find the content that's specific to a type. So if you know you're looking for a front page rotor image, one of those rotating images that appears on the slideshow on the home page, then you're going to want to choose that content type, filter out your content, and it's just going to show me the items that we already have. Now I have 4 rotors that are published, 2 that are not published, and I can easily come in here and edit any of this content. If I need to take down 2 more rotors, so maybe I need to take down financial stability as well as learn more about us, I can easily go into the editing view of that item down to the bottom of the page, and under publishing options, I can just uncheck that published box and save. However, I can save a lot of that work, and if I need to go in and have both of these items unpublished, I can actually check that little box next to each one of them, and in this update options, I can choose unpublished selected content from this dropdown, and I can update both of those items at the same time. Now you'll see that it says that I have edited this content recently, and that now they are not published. Now I could easily come back in here and publish these guys at the same time again. So that's a good way for you to batch publish or unpublish content on your site. Again, don't forget that you can always use this awesome content type option to filter out specifically for a content type. So if you know that you're looking for like an image gallery or maybe secure area information, as you know, as you start to accrue content, there'll be a lot to sort through. So sometimes it's easier just to filter completely out by that content type, and then even sort within that content type by the title. As I also mentioned, you have the ability to view the scheduling information or the items that are scheduled to either publish or unpublish them. You can always, over in this right corner, you'll see a tab for content, one for scheduled, and one for web forms. If you click on this scheduled tab, it's going to take you to a listing of all of the content that's scheduled. Now, I currently don't have anything scheduled here right now, but if I did, it would tell me the title, the content type of the item, the author, if something is published or not published, and whether it's going to be published on a specific date or unpublished on a specific date. And then I will also have the ability to edit that content, potentially delete that content, and clone that content over here as well. So if you click on scheduled, like I said over here, that will always bring you to this page. Now, please note that if you hover over content, if you are using the scheduler feature, which is a free feature that you have on your site, you should be able to see a little link for scheduled. If you click on that scheduled link, it'll take you to the same tab over here. So those are actually easy links for you. You can either use this one to get really quickly to your scheduled, or you always have the ability from your content filter to get to scheduled items right there. If you have any questions, or if you have any trouble using your content management filter on your website, please go ahead and submit a support ticket or a support conversation at support.oneeach.com.